Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Simply Sketchy. This episode, we'll be talking about Halo 3 ODST.
Welcome to another episode of Simply Sketchy indeed. Today, it was Halo ODST, meaning a
I've
game.
literally said all of that.
Yeah, but I'm just getting my brain in the right
Fair enough.
get-go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Da-da-da-da. A game that both me and Bezek has played on his channel. Link in the description down below. Go give a look-see.
Yes, and we have a lot to say about it.
Yes. Out of
I'll
all
just.
Halo games, it is the slowest of them all.
Oh my fucking god! It is geriatric,
Yes.
and you'll
It,
see why I use that choice of wording soon. So stay tuned for the rest of the video.
in the business, we call this foreshadowing.
Mm.
Oh Lord, it's
Yeah. Better writing than modern TV shows.
oh yeah, and we're laughing, but inside we're crying. I mean, like, Jesus fucking Christ, this Halo ODST is Bungie's attempt at making a walking simulator, an old
Oh my
guy walking
god!
simulator.
It really does feel like a walking simulator. IDST, it might actually be straight up the worst Halo game.
Honestly,
It,
the
is
worst
that
one.
right? I think
No,
it's right.
no, it's the worst one made by Bungie, in my opinion, at least.
It's definitely maybe it's definitely the fucking slowest though. Holy crap!
Yeah, and repetitive. I mean, let's be honest, if we're gonna be a little fair, Halo ODST was made with the same engine.
IDST has two maps.
Yes. Basically,
That's the problem with IDST. There's two maps
yes.
plus plus a sky map.
Yeah, it
Sky
is.
Slasher's top map, but on the ground.
I mean, they reused the same fucking same level twice because first you gotta go through it all sad and
It
depressed
felt.
because you're the lost main character, and then suddenly you pop back to the go back to the past where you end up
Oh
having
my
to live
god,
it through
yes.
again.
Flashbacks the fucking video game.
Yes, all the while accompanied by a sad saxophone and random encounters with the brutes.
Yes, and they're never fun because you're, you're literally just spending the entire game in the same bloody level. And even when they change things up, it's still the same level design. It's the same assets, the same textures. Oh, we'll just take this prefabbed building and rotate it 9 degrees and stick it back here. Like we said that some of the hallways in Halo 1 were a bit repetitive, but the
Oh.
entire yes, let's set the game in one city, they said.
I
That's
mean,
fucking boring, guys.
it
Jesus
is
Christ.
literally one city. The beginning level of Halo 3 is the entirety of this game.
Ah, yeah, Mombasa.
Yes.
But yeah, you spend an entire game just pissing about in Mombasa, and then it's all plotty and touchy feely. Trim, what did we do with the cutscenes?
What cutscenes?
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
It's the most maudlin, depressive bullshit.
Oh, they were trying
I have.
so hard to be like, oh, look how emotional and sad we are. They were trying so fucking hard.
Yeah, look, oh my god, the writing.
Yeah, I mean, you even have the dude who is the actor of Mal from Firefly. You know, I don't remember his name.
Yeah,
So Besik, just put his face up on the chat if you when you find him.
yeah.
You have this guy as one of the main characters in your game, and you still manage to make it boring and overly forced.
It was. I think we got through maybe two cutscenes, and then it's like, we want to skip. Yeah, we'll fucking skip.
Yes.
And that was it. No more cutscenes for the rest of the damn thing, because it was so freaking boring.
Yes. And not to mention that you had only one game mode, or like you had, okay, there were few times it was fun. Like, you know, when we used the jetpack to jump around on the rooftops, and
Yep, that
then
was pretty fun.
the highway where we got to fucking decimate everything with a tank. Oh,
Yep, and I think we got to. Did we play? Was this the one? No, this was not the one where we actually got to play with the pelican, was it? We just
uh,
mm, magicked around in a cutscene.
yeah,
So yeah,
essentially. It,
and oh my god, so boring.
yeah, it was so god. Essentially, it's what I believe it is just we're just reusing assets of Halo 3, and from there they just
Yeah.
yeah, they tried to do a Majora's Mask. You know how they took the assets from the
Mm.
first game and made something beautiful. They were, I believe, they tried to do
Well,
something same here,
the
but
city
failed.
in Majora's Mask felt entirely unique.
Yes.
So sure, they may have reused some codemos and things, but it was its own beast, and they changed up the gameplay so significantly that it was its own separate game.
Yes.
I think ODST would have been better and would have received a lot less hate if it was treated as it's supposed to be, a DLC,
Yes.
a Halo 3.
But they wanted
Because
to make
calling it
money.
its own, making it its own game was a critical error because it does not have a game's worth of story.
No, it did not. It was just forced. And the only thing was just horde modes, right? Even after even the one of the best parts, which is the oh, come on, what was it again? The highway. We just had to do a horde mode where a bunch of brutes kept attacking us, which incidentally was kind of cool because it was intense, but it just disappeared. So forgettable after everything else is just another horde mode.
It is. It's just boring.
Yeah.
On the characters, on the speed of the characters, I think the reason I'm not entirely sure, but I would suspect that the reason the character is slower is that uh, the ODSTs aren't superhuman, genetically enhanced, ultra armored superheroes.
No, they're not, but that in a way
But
should
so
make them a
I
bit
think that
faster than, literal
you'd think they'd
snails.
you think they'd be able to run at least as fast as a modern soldier, and I think we said that several times during the game. A
Yes.
modern soldier with 40 kilos of crap on their back couldn't run faster than that.
Yes. Jesus
But yeah,
Christ.
I think that was their idea. It's like, oh, they're not superhumans, so they must run slow. Okay, fine, make them slightly slower than a bloody Spartan, but not that slow.
Or at least they could have this is one of the few times you could have included the fucking sprint button. Another thing I
Oh
really hate in
yes.
video gaming, to be honest, but it would have been okay-ish here.
Mm. But the movement speed was so painfully slow.
It was
Just
dreadful.
it made going through the boring, bland, grey, just constantly grey city exhausting.
Yes.
It was just not fun at all.
Yeah. Let's see. There you go. Sad glasses instead of those. Because sad saxophone.
Yeah.
We now return to geriatric adventures of Bessic and Trim.
You'll probably want to slide me a little further up the stairs, but yes,
Yeah.
we can't chase him up those stairs. We got no hops, we got no legs.
Yeah, and oh Jesus Christ. It's just at least the weapons felt good in this game, but you were so goddamn
Yeah,
limited in what you could do. It was ridiculous.
yeah, yeah. Which is why the best levels were the ones where we were in vehicles, which was whole two of them, I think.
Yep. The beach level and the beach level and the highway level.
Yeah,
Of course, the
I think we
jetpacks
might
was
have.
cool
There
too,
was
though.
also one with some aerial combat.
Yeah,
towards the end, but we'll talk about that as we go level by level.
yeah. Though rather it could just be another one before we go to level by level. This entire game can be summarized in Halo 3 did it better.
Pretty much, yeah.
And it came out before ODST. So it's just an afterthought and just a bunch of people just shooting shit trying to be emotional and edgy.
Yeah. Well, the first level's just opening cutscenes. The second level, or the first one with actual gameplay, is when we drop into Mombasa.
Yes.
But something goes wrong and we lose our tosses and have to go find them.
Yes. In
Do we
which
find them? Like Quack we do.
oh yeah, the entire game is in Amita's rest. So you're in the future, then you jump to the past, then you jump to the future. We're in the future, it's the middle of the night, and you're sad and alone and searching for your friends. Then you find a special trinket, I guess, which has some kind of memory magic in it.
Then then you find a MacGuffin,
Yep.
and the MacGuffin has magical recordings, and then you go and play through the recording, and it's all just
I mean, the helmet made sense, but when you see
yes,
a rifle or whatever
yeah,
the thing that was stuck on
yeah.
the
Having
wire,
psychic flashbacks from a rifle was a, but yeah, like the helmet makes sense. I mean, if you're going to have I presumably with the level of technology we're talking about here, shoving a terabyte SD card into micro SD card into the bloody helmet makes sense.
indeed.
And if you were running a military, that's what you do. You've got you can we already have 1 terabyte SD cards that you can buy for not an infeasible amount. So I assume that future military like that would whack a helmet in whack a camera in the helmet, and then whack some kind of data storage device in there, so they can gather intelligence, make sure their troops don't get up to anything naughty.
Yep. Or in case they were brutally butchered, you can figure out by who and what. Like, you know how the Flood was introduced in Halo 1?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh god, they did better in Halo 1. There you go.
Yep. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game is. Uh, it should just have been DLC. It was not worthy of an entire thing, but we'll get more into it as we start doing the play-by-play of each single level.
Yeah,
Slowly.
so this first level, it's the one where we run around doing the constant back and forth in time, and it just drags on for so long because we're moving through. It's open world
Mm-hmm.
in quotation marks as you move through the sectors, pick up the doodads, and then you do the flashback levels, and it's all just maudlin and oh, so sad we lost all our friends.
Yeah,
Which
and
really doesn't work when you have known them for literally zero time.
yep.
Because they
And
all went missing during the drop.
and also I never expected that this would happen, but I started missing the fucking flashlights.
Oh, right.
The night vision made no
That was
sense.
no, and it was ugly, and the game was so frigging dark. I think we've complained before about how bloody dark Halo 1 was.
It was
Sometimes
Halo 1 was pretty dark,
was
but
it Halo 1 or Halo
Halo
2?
2 was the worst.
Yeah,
Well, second
but and
worst.
then yeah, well then ODST, pitch black in some of the places. So you got to go to night vision, and it's all just awful.
Like I just ended up playing the game with the night vision permanently on, and I played the
Hmm.
entire game with a constant green hue, which was at least I managed to ignore it as time passed, but it wasn't fun. I would much rather just have a functioning flashlight, but hey.
Yeah, that would have been so much better. And yeah, it felt like multiple levels, but it just dragged so flipping long.
Yeah. Hell, even a pair of functioning legs would be nice. Whatever the thing the
Yep.
ODSTs were given.
And that's another thing about it being open world. Because you move so damn slowly, takes forever to get through us.
I mean, it feels
I'm
like
gonna
you're.
have to look at the video at some point and see how bloody long that level took.
Uh,
If I do it before I get at this, I'll put a
uh,
note on the screen somewhere and see how long it took us to play through. But it felt like hours.
I mean, you like wheelchair bound would be faster because we ended up just slowly moving through things, and then when battle started, you were fucking crippled because you couldn't really do much moving and maneuvering. Grunts were faster than
Yeah,
you.
yeah, it was so silly.
Yeah, so you only hope you had was just to move around and try to gun while you were running, or gun while you were slowly walking away, hoping that the brutes didn't charge your ass.
Hobbling. Yeah,
God, that I'm disappointed in OD. I'm really disappointed in ODST. Like
I
Halo,
that
even Halo 2 had its strengths, but Halo ODST is the only game in the Halo collection which I will recognize as a bad game.
yeah, it's legitimately bad, and I think like I wasn't a fan of the plot in.
Oh
I
yeah,
wasn't a huge fan of the plot in Reach, but oh my fuck, at least it wasn't. At least the gameplay wasn't miserable.
yeah,
The plot
hell,
was miserable, but the gameplay was fine.
yeah. Now that you mention it, fucking Halo Reach did the same thing with the "Oh, you're now gonna be sad." Hell,
Oh no, you're slowly losing all your companions. Yeah, but we'll come back to that when we
yeah.
cover the game.
If I remember
So,
correctly, it's at this point when Bungie want to be like, oh, you have to be really sad and really emotional. Look how
yeah,
adult
probably.
Halo is by making people sad and shit.
Yeah, but oh, we have to try an open world in big inverted commas level. Yeah, that was a fucking stupid idea.
Sure thing,
Halo
buddy.
works so much better as a fixed map.
Yeah.
God, we need more games with. Oh, what do you call? What are they called?
Sandbox maps.
No,
No,
not
wait. Fuck.
sandbox. Ah, fuck.
That's the old term for open world shit. I know what you're meaning, like section maps, maybe?
Kind of.
Mission,
Fuck.
segmented missions? Shit. I know what you mean.
No.
Armored Core's got that shit down, and it's fucking amazing because of it.
Google me. Right. Ah.
There's a grunt in our stairs, and he's mocking us with a saxophone.
Mm. A grunt's much better.
Oh yeah. I mean, the fuckers were faster than us, so
Yeah. But linear. Fuck me. There it is. Linear levels.
oh yeah.
We need more linear levels.
Oh, those are so nice.
Do away with this open world bull crap, and maybe then you can spend more time making the stuff around the linear level super high res. Because you don't need to build the back of the bloody thing, because you can't get around there because it's not open world.
You know what the best part about a good linear world design is? It feels open, even if it isn't.
Mm.
When you've
That's it. When you've got especially when you've got multiple paths
yes,
through the linear level.
a
There's
good
probably a name for that too.
yeah, I think that's actually anyway the
But
branching
yeah,
paths. Yeah, a good version of that would be BioShock.
yes, the original Bioshock.
Yes.
Sorry, the it's a shame they only made one Bioshock.
Okay, I gotta admit I do like BioShock too, but that's because I like being the big daddy and bringing on the pain.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good thing they didn't make a third game.
Kind of like that one too, but that's mostly because of nostalgia.
Mm.
Yeah, not all. We can't have all the same taste. But yeah, Bioshock. But if I'm gonna say which one is
Honestly,
the best one,
the best thing about the Bioshock game that was never made is the character design of the
companion.
escort victim of the companion. Yeah,
Yeah, Elizabeth, if she existed.
she was quite nice. She was nicely designed. You know, back when women were allowed to look nice.
Yeah. Though I wish they'd actually made her more like in the game demo where she would have done a lot more than just do a little bit. Boop, here you go is a thing. Boop, here's another thing. They actually made her summon legitimate weapons and shit too, instead of these
Mm,
resource baskets and randomly throwing you a coin and health.
yeah,
But again, this is
yeah.
not a Bioshock stream, but it's we'll get
No,
there eventually.
but linear levels. The original Bioshock had linear levels, and it was brilliant.
Oh yeah,
And it didn't feel like it was on rails or anything.
yeah,
So yeah, don't if you don't do an open world level like that. And it was just annoying. It
really,
made us sad,
very.
and it felt like it took forever. So after 37 years of being trapped on the streets of Mombasa,
We finally got our elder care flanked and just managed to get the fuck out. Still able to
pretty
drive a
much.
car, we were allowed to get our vehicle and go back home.
Yep. So after we managed to escape from the eternal nightmare, we got to run through Tayari Plaza.
Yes, the quote
We,
unquote hub level of the ODST game.
exactly.
I mean, the reuse of assets in this game was just ridiculous. It should have been just a smaller ROM, but again, I'm getting ahead of myself again here.
I mean, the levels just felt so similar.
Right? It's fucking ridiculous. I don't even remember what came after what. I mean, in Halo
Oh
2, I had a
right,
certain
that's
idea
why
what
it's so
happened.
confusing. Because it's one of the flashback levels.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so we could go into multiple flashback levels. The Tayari Plaza one, I just don't remember.
Yeah,
So that's helpful.
yeah. It's but then it shows that how boring this shit was. It didn't give you anything. It was the only challenging thing was
Yeah,
that you'd move the
I
speed of molasses.
yeah, and I think that's why it's felt like we went through the same level 100 times because we were going from the Mombasa streets as the hub to random levels, then back to the Mombasa streets. So we were in Mombasa streets like 7 times,
Yes.
and it's also bland and repetitive, and it was just awful.
Only interrupted by random brute attacks, so a bunch of monkeys tried to shoot us. Space monkeys.
I don't even know if that was in this one.
Oh no, that it was this part where the again every asset of Halo 3 was reused here. So
Yeah,
the
but they I don't think they brought them in this one, did they? Anyway, I really don't know.
I don't think we shot any
They
elites.
all just blended together. I don't think we shot any brutes either on this one.
Oh, we did. Again, it just shows how much we fucking remember because as soon as we played Halo 3, a better game, we just started forgetting shit. We just know how
Yeah,
bad it was.
yeah. I think this was the one. Oh, it was an engineer. Yeah, met the engineers in that one.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah. The
god.
the flying jellyfish things, right? That gave shields to everyone.
Yeah, they were annoying.
Yeah.
Um, okay. Uplift Reserve is the next real level and that's from Dutch's point of view.
The only good character, though sadly the most wasted character in all
Hmm.
of ODST. I'm just gonna refer to him as Mal.
Yeah.
Firefly for life, bitch.
And I think that was one of the good ones because we got to run around in warthogs and shoot things.
Yes. Every time we get to play a Warthog, like we love the tank, but there's this joy at driving the Warthog where you get to drive like a maniac, proper Australian witness
Yeah.
me, and I get to sit on the gun and just do gun things.
Yeah. it's but being able to play through all the games in co-op. That's the highlight of the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah. Halo in some ways could work good alone, but in my recommendation, Halo is a game that you have to enjoy with a friend. That's the best way to enjoy
Yeah,
it.
us especially ODST. Though I don't think you can really enjoy ODST. So the next technical level. So back to Mombasa Streets. Then the next level after that is Kazingo Boulevard with Mickey.
Who the
And
hell was Mickey again?
I don't fucking know.
Honestly, do we even give a shit? Do we care at this
No,
point?
no, no.
We just wanted the pain to end, to be honest. Oh god, it's
But it was the one with the tank, so that was the one we had fun in.
yes.
I remember nothing about the character because, yeah, by this point we'd well and truly given up on all the cutscenes because they were all boring and we don't care.
Yeah. We started hitting the cutscene fatigue pretty early on this one.
Yeah. So we ran around in a tank and killed shit, and it was glorious.
Yeah, we even got a few lasers and rocket launchers. I did like the explosives in this.
Yes. Anytime you're in a tank, it's good.
Oh yeah.
So then, of course, back to Mombasa Street with Rookie for more, oh, so sad bits. And then onto the ONI Alpha site. Yes, back as Dutch.
Oh yes.
So we are defending the facility.
Yes, the Black Ops building where
Destroying the
Black
bridge.
Ops things
That's the
happen.
one. Yeah, that was. So okay, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it was the prelude to when we started walking around inside that building where bugs and shit just randomly attacked us every time.
Hmm. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was the one where we had to defend the bridge complex, and that was all right because
Yeah.
we could set up with machine guns and stuff and just blow the crap out of the enemy. So that was all right. That
Yeah,
was tolerable.
it was actually pretty good because when the brutes attacked us, it wasn't just unfair. We managed to get a station
Hmm.
hunker down to shoot the shit out of them.
Exactly.
And I found a new appreciation and love for the brute spiker, which quickly became my favorite weapon in both this and Halo 3.
Yeah. Yeah, the spike is pretty good. So again, after some more faffing around on the Mombasa streets, the next actual level is the NMPD HQ. That's like the one where we end up on a pelican, but the pelican crashes, and then we have to defend it. And I don't think the defense was enjoyable.
Uh, I don't remember shit, so I think I must have willfully repressed all of it. So
Yeah, probably.
pretty
It,
much.
I think we just we just ran around the rooftops, and then we defended the pelican from phantoms and banshees and things. And I think the issue is we were running out of ammo.
Yeah. And oh, there's one section I actually liked in Halo ODST, and that was the one where you infiltrated and stole ghosts and started flying around there. That level was pretty
Yes,
neat.
I think that was the next real level.
Yes.
So after a trip again back to the Mombasa streets, but then that was the next one is Kikowani Station, and I believe that was, yeah, we're back in control of Buck, so that explains what was somewhat enjoyable, and that is the one where we hijack a Phantom and fly it around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the one. Yeah, so some of the squad mates man that while we pilot a Banshee
Yes.
and fly around killing things, and that was a good level.
Oh yeah.
I enjoyed the level.
Though we're gonna mention the connection issues at the end here when we're done with the recap of the game itself, because we didn't
Alright,
mention it in the beginning because that shit deserves its own. Holy fuck.
I don't remember connection issues for ODST.
That's because it was so bad that we just repressed it in the end, but it was worse than Halo fucking 2, dude.
It really was not. We weren't having to constantly reconnect every
Oh, I got
level, I don't
yeeted
recall.
plenty of times of the game, like
Oh,
entire.
yes, but it was nowhere near as bad as 2. It, 2 was literally every time a level changed.
I remember we had equally as much issue with that one, but ugh, pain.
Well, I'll check the video later and see how wrong you were.
Yeah,
So that sound good?
that sounds real good to me. Oh Lord, it was just so poorly made. The whole thing, poorly thought out, poorly
Yeah,
made.
it was. Whoever wrote it needs a slapping.
It's clear that
But they probably got one.
it's clearly that that individual is the one in charge of Halo 5.
uh, hopefully not, but there was no Halo 5, right, Dream?
Yeah, I'm just having another schizo moment here.
Yeah.
Because nobody would do that fucking crime to their own goddamn beloved video game franchise, would they?
Exactly. So, again, after we fuck around in Mombasa streets again for no reason, we get to Data Hive. And we. I have no idea. I remember none of this.
I think this is where we started working with our magic AI friend that it's just a weird smiley.
Yeah, that's right. That sounds right. Yeah, have to go find. Yeah, the rogue engineer
Yep.
who's on our side, and well, then we have to take him somewhere.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, the rogue engineer is possessed by an AI who apparently helped Rookie through the beginning of the game. You know the smiley that kept on blinking at us from the screens, if you remember that one?
Nope.
Nope, exactly. And it became a plot
Right.
point that was never ever again referenced in any way, shape, or form at all.
Yeah, it's a desperately boring game. Right. So we just fought through the city,
Yeah.
and it was meh. And that's when we. So the next level after that was Coastal Highway, and that one was
That was a funny one.
that was the highway.
That's the one where Bessa got a tank, I got a turret, and sometimes I even got to jump out and use other vehicles.
Yes. Yes, that was fun. Just in a tank, fucking shit up.
Oh,
I think I got to score some more aerial kills. Sometimes I do quite nicely with the old tank cannon.
yeah, I'm really impressed. I think you destroyed more ghosts than I did because by the time I managed to shoot one down with anything else, you just fucking sniped them with the
Yep,
fucking high caliber cannon.
just tank cannon, bang,
Yeah.
go on.
I'll show you how we brought the pain back in my day. Bang.
Yeah, and that was it. That was the end of the level.
Oh yeah.
End of the game, rather. I think.
Yeah, how many fucking gates did we go through? Like, we went to a gate, then had to shoot a few more towers, shoot a few more
Yeah, and
banshees.
then we had to go to the side, and the gates weren't open, so we had. Man, but at least we were in a tank, and that improves things significantly.
Yeah, and the horde mode after wasn't all bad either because at least it was challenging and we had a lot of weapons that were actually good beside us, and we got good weapons from the
Yeah,
brutes too.
but at least this time we survived.
Yes.
Oh, the character survived. Buck survived. At least Buck survived the mission.
Yeah, that's the most important thing.
Yeah,
Anyone else? Not
and
so
that was
much.
and that was it. And I think we've how long have we been recording, Jim?
We managed to go through the entire game in 35 minutes.
Yeah, and that fuck the it was just so fucking forgettable.
Oh, like maybe we should just spend the rest of the video while I finish up here, trying to figure out what would make this game better. Like if we better would be not even making it or just make it as a side DLC thing.
It really should have been a DLC slash mission pack slash expansion
Yeah.
2, 3, because then calling that a full game, it was clearly stretched out. It was clearly padded for gameplay time.
Yeah.
Right. So the things I do. Firstly, I just rookie going.
Yes. Play as
Like
Duke.
how sure have yeah that who?
Uh, Mal. Play as Mal all the time.
Oh, you mean Buck?
Buck and Duke. I do think there was a guy
Yeah.
called Duke there. I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember a guy called Jake, but hey, I don't remember fuck all about the game because it was boring.
Yes, and oh, drop the fucking emotional, the attempts of fucking giving us emotional
Yes,
gut punches.
so don't make it emotional, guys, and don't send us back to New Mombasa 7 fucking times or however many times it is.
I know it's a
Because,
defense of the city, but we need to have more variety in the areas.
I mean, we had several levels, but because we had to go, so we went Mombasa Streets, Plaza, Mombasa Streets, Uplift, Plaza, Streets, Kazingo Boulevard, Streets, Onai Site, Streets,
I mean,
NMPD
cities.
Station, Streets, oh my, and it's just, the city streets were garbage, and because it was all identical, and each friggin' city block was identical, it's just awful.
Yeah, hell, it's essentially the ODST are elite soldiers. They were the best things before the Spartans arrived, right? They were what? They would make the Navy SEALs look pretty mid. And
Well, they're supposed to.
yeah,
Meanwhile, they've got the frigging running speed of a geriatric cripple.
I think actually a geriatric cripple might be slightly faster. To be fair.
Well, at least the geriatric cripple could go downhill.
Yeah.
Really good.
Especially with some help. What? Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus effing Christ.
Uh,
And yeah,
if you're gonna do rookie, make him less annoying.
yeah.
And don't send us. Don't go back to the Mombasa streets every bloody time. You don't need 6. Hold on. You don't need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flashback levels.
No. You can do one, maybe two, but no fucking more than that.
Yeah. Like, eh, having the drop go astray and then having to fight your way back to the team. That's not a bad idea. I mean, it's been done before, but it works. But
Yeah, it's pretty cool too.
just being all emotional, oh, we've lost these people and we can't find them, and oh, we're gonna have a flashback to see what happened to them. Actually, that was the worst fucking thing about the flashbacks. Like, there'd be a helmet embedded in a computer monitor, and we didn't see how it got there.
You got a point. Holy shit! How did it get
The,
lodged in
the,
there?
the flashbacks never actually made it up to the point where the other ODSTs either got killed or wounded or captured or whatever the hell happened to them.
I
It gives some random other bullshit.
wait. Maybe it was one of the engineers just deciding to Akbar
Yeah,
itself.
unless it was in one of the weird. Then again, it could have been in cutscenes that we just ignored because they start off the game being so bloody boring.
Yeah, but then again, we would have followed the cutscenes had they been actually interesting.
Yes, exactly. God, and for the love of God, make the character faster.
Yeah, or at least in one of the few cases I'd actually want a fucking sprint button.
Well, but you're a soldier. You should be moving at like a kind of slow jog, or you should at least feel like it. You, my super duper space Navy SEAL should not be moving slower than my fat ass can jog around.
Right? Holy shit. It is bad when the elite soldiers are slower than you in real life, and hell, I'm not fast either, but I'm pretty sure I could beat them in a race.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh my God. It's just...
It's, and the thing is, the game should just it's a short game already, but it should have been shorter. It should just been a few missions, drop in, drop out. It could have been, instead of having the padding of
If
rookie.
if they'd just taken out the Mombasa streets crap,
Yeah.
it would have been fine.
Yeah, instead of having fucking rookie walking around being sad and emotional, doing absolutely fuck all, you should have just had instead like a log is like, oh, this happened to this guy, this happened here, this place, time and date. That would be much better.
Mm-hmm.
But no,
I
can't
agree.
have that.
Yeah.
And then you go to just random fucking ATMs, seeing smiley AIs just looking at you and being like, "Oh, I'm apparently a cute character now. Ha ha ha. Okay, fine. See if I care. I'm
Yes.
too old."
Like, don't, it was just meh.
It was.
I don't know why they tried including that.
Uh, Again, it was at this point Bungie really want to try to be all emotional and shit.
Yeah, and it never works.
Nope.
It's no franchise for it. And I don't think the people who wrote it have ever met a soldier.
Nope.
That's not. Now, I don't know too many soldiers, but I do know people who've done hard stuff, had to deal with life and death, and they don't talk like that.
I mean, even fucking
They don't
cheesy,
act like that.
even the cheesy military movies did better.
Exactly.
Yeah, if we sound just like the old characters in front of us, that's because we are.
They're just so tired.
Old. I'm ready for my nap. I wanna go home, have my fucking prune yogurt, and just try to go to sleep for once, and maybe get this fucking grunt to fuck off with a fucking saxophone.
Yep.
Like, why a saxophone? That's one thing I just don't get. Why did it have to be a saxophone? Do you know why?
Because it's the cheapest thing they could find when they looked in the class in the ads.
Maybe it's like, oh, come, we need someone to play instrument. What can you play? I can blow brass. Good enough.
I
You're
can
hired.
play the saxophone.
uh, Jesus Christ! Like that is this game, best of all, should just been an add-on for Halo 3, a much better game, though not flawless it by any means. It is far better than Halo 3, though in a way
You mean
ODST.
that it's far better than Halo 3 is far better than ODST?
Yes, that was.
Because of course they gave it a confusing name just to screw with Trim.
Yes, Halo 3 ODST is the full fucking title. Thanks for that, by the way.
Yes. But yeah, the Halo 3 is infinitely better.
Oh yeah. Which, if you go watch the fucking VODs, it is noticeable when we actually got the Halo. Halo 3 is like, oh my god,
Oh,
we can
the first
move!
level, we were so happy.
We're actually able to run! We found the fountain of youth!
And we had our hops back too.
Oh god, that was fun. Hell, I was just scaling through the entire goddamn game, and I had a good time.
Yeah. That was, yeah, we'll talk about that on the review, but that was a bonus.
Oh yeah. Though for some reason, even if the elites weren't our enemies at all in that game, you did do a few misfires.
I never misfired.
Ah, yes.
Sorry, yes, they were definitely a
Uh-huh.
misfire. Definitely a
Uh-huh.
misfire.
Caught in 4K, baby.
You forget who's editing this.
Ah, shit. It would be funny if we just leave it in, though.
Yeah, well, that's the plan.
Yes. Oh, Lord, it's just... I'm looking forward to when you make that Friendly Fire compilation, if you ever get onto that, because
If I ever pull the finger out, yeah.
that'll be fucking funny.
Mm.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have been going for us. Okay, 60, 46. I mean minutes, and I'm at the shading stage. I'm gonna try to make this fast. Any other things regarding to ODST you want to talk about, or have we bitched it out so much now that?
I I'm just over ODST.
Yeah.
Fuck ODST.
The only
It
good thing,
sucks.
about ODST is that we were very prepared for getting into Halo 3.
Oh yes. Halo 3 could have been a dumpster fire and we would have liked it better.
Oh yeah, it Halo 3 was pretty darn good. And I understand all the hype it got, though playing it later now, it didn't. It is far
You
from
can, yeah,
perfect.
it, and yeah, it hasn't. It just terribly,
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
indeed. But hell, the worst part, even with the fucking Cortana seizures, you still move faster all throughout than entirety of
Yeah.
fucking ODST.
Oh yeah.
I just wondered who the
Just so
hell
many
whitelisted
things
it.
wrong with ODST. Just ugh. Who looked at that script and thought it was a good idea? Oh yes, we'll do 6 fucking flashbacks because people like those on TV, don't they?
Oh yeah, flashbacks 2, flashbacks 3, flashback everything. Everything is a flashback, except for the last fucking mission where you just run around and do fuck all. I think escort
Hmm.
a AI alien hybrid thing that lights a cigar, I believe.
Yeah.
And I do believe that the aliens themselves are flammable too, so there's a risk in it.
Mm-hmm.
I believe seeing a meme video of somebody adding the part where the alien lights itself on fire. Yeah, it lights Halo's best character, Sergeant Johnson's cigar, and then as it flips it shut, you have fire just edited all over it, so and the alien starts screaming. Flammable
Yeah.
aliens use fire. That's not a good idea, is it?
Not terribly.
Yeah. Though it was only Covenant enemies in that game, which is good because if we had to deal with the fucking Flood as ODSTs,
Mm.
the game wouldn't have
Oh
been.
god, we probably would have given up.
Yeah, I mean, because the Flood are by far the fastest fucking enemies in all of Halo. They could
Oh
cover the
yes,
distance
so
in
much so.
ludicrous speeds, and if we'd had to fucking deal with that while moving at the speed of molasses covered geriatrics, the game wouldn't have been playable at all.
Yep. Yeah.
Christ.
It was barely playable as was.
Yeah. Which is sad because the ODSTs is one of my favorite parts about Halo. I just love them. They're just unmodified humans who are there and they do like assassination missions, black ops. They are again, they are the fucking shit. And before the Spartans arrived, they were the ones doing the worst kind of jobs and succeeding them too.
Yep.
They didn't need power armor, they just fucked shit up.
Yeah, that they honestly we might have had it might have been better off we'd if they'd actually done the IDSTs with more self-contained missions rather than a grand overall boring plot.
Yeah.
They're IDSTs. Send us over here to kill some rebels, because apparently there are rebels in the Halo universe now. Sure,
Oh,
but send us to kill some rebels. Send us over here to kill some monsters. We'll go over here, kill some Flood with actual decent walking speed, and then we'll go kill some Covenant. We'll kill some other kinds of Covenant. We'll do an assassination mission on some brute that kind of vaguely runs parallel to the plot of Halo 2.
yep. Hell, the brutes were canon to be in Halo pretty damn early, so you could just hell, you could do a lot. it would just be
Hmm.
better if you just made it as a chronicle story, you know, the stories of the ODSTs. Just have random missions with random characters.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it could have been the same, a similar team, and you could have still been the rookie, but basically anything but the fucking Mombasa streets.
Yes.
Shit, just remove that from the game, and it would be an infinitely better game. Hell, just do all the flashback sequence levels.
Yeah.
Just remove the parts where you cross the entire bloody city of Mombasa on foot at the pace of a dead man.
Twice, mind, because the day mission and night missions of Mombasa is the same damn thing.
Just so bloody. Ah.
Yes, a lot of
I
re.
don't have the words to describe just how fucking much I hate that.
Yeah.
Well, in a coherent manner that's helpful to a review.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of swearing was done, and a lot of swearing is still done. Whenever me and Besic talk about this in our free time, whenever the thoughts arrive and we're tortured by
Anytime
flashbacks.
ODST shows up, it's like stupid fucking crap game.
Yeah. Oh lord, it was just the game was just pain. It was a
It was.
ultimately wasted chance to a good addition to Halo.
Yep. Well, they had the opportunity. They had clearly had the funding to make a new game about not Master Chief, and they fucked it.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, the ODST game was made kind of as a filler while they were doing the planning for Halo Reach.
Hmm.
So it's sort of a filler game while padding out the time before Halo Reach came out, and kind of clearly shows,
Oh
especially with
my
the
god,
story
just so
direction.
much filler.
Yes.
I mean, they put filler in their filler.
Yeah. Half the game was just filler. Walk through the street, feel bad. Now go through the street again and feel even more bad. And look at this weird AI smiley just winking at you for some reason. Never mind.
Yep. Oh god.
Like the vehicle
No, they
section.
clearly weren't sending their best talent to write that game.
No, that was clearly the B or C team.
Yep. And they should get a D.
Oh yeah. Jesus.
Uh,
I should have gotten D'd. Dicked. Ducked. Quack.
uh, just blag words.
Yeah, there's not really much to say about it. The drawing is honestly just kind of padding out here because I'm more focused on the drawing than I wanted the fucking game.
Hmm.
Lord, it's just yeah. Honestly, in the Halo Master Chief Collection, you don't have to play ODST. Nothing important happens. Master Chief isn't there. He isn't mentioned. Nor do you see the Arbiter there at all.
Hmm.
You don't see elites who, at this point, are allied with them. Like, they could have included the part where the elites and humans became allies.
Yeah, they could have tied it into the other games so much better. Like we could have had a big battle scene set held through the streets of Mombasa, your team's working with the elites.
Yeah,
That could have been cool.
the entire
And
game.
just mowing down brutes.
Yeah, the entire game would have been so much better if the elites, if it was sort of the introduction part. This is how humanity and the elites started working together. And then you could have the main
Yeah,
characters be maybe an ODST and an elite, maybe a boosted ODST so you can keep up with the elite slightly, and
yeah. I
fighting
mean,
side by side.
they could have fleshed out more of the backstory as to how the Arbiter ended up actually getting assigned to go on missions with Master Chief in Halo 3.
Yes,
Because if when you play the co-op, player 2 is the Arbiter.
yes.
So why did they do that and not just imprison / execute him?
Uh, I don't know. He just He said, "Word so easy," and every human was like, "Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, I get it, yes," because it were so easy.
It was, right?
Oh Lord,
Oh,
it's just, yeah, it's just bad. And holy shit, now that I'm starting to think about it, it would have been so much better as having it as a human covenant, human elite interaction thing, where oh, this is how
mm,
they work together. This is how they manage to figure out how to fight the brutes together. This is yeah, it man, it would just be good if you just had an elite and hell, a boosted ODST or another fucking Spartan, or just to keep with the ODST, just having a modified ODST fighting together with an elite.
hmm
They could, of course, they didn't do the whole elite rival with brute leader as they tried with Arbiter and Tartarus, but they could have made that and better.
hmm
At least what I think.
Yeah, they could anything but what they did.
Right. Hell, it could just be Buck walking around making Firefly references, and I'd be happy.
Yeah, you probably would be.
Oh yeah.
Oh dear. So we might as well leave the review component there, because I think we're just repeating the same waffling nonsense now.
It is, essentially. I'm very, very soon done with the drawing here. I just need a little bit shading on the
Indeed.
grunt and some extra all around, and I should be done with it. I mean, at least we got to play it to experience it, but it's not one of those games where you'd fucking do it twice, that's for certain.
hmm
And fuck no doing this shit on Legendary. Holy shit.
Yeah. No. 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 We are never going back to ODST.
No,
That's never.
I don't even think me getting
It's.
paid for it would be worth it. Like, I think in a ridiculous amount of money only.
Oh. It'd have to be a phenomenal amount of cash.
Yeah. Sort of like when you have suspiciously rich furries. I will draw for them, but at an extra price. If anybody wants us to do the fucking go back to
Hmm.
Halo ODST, bring out your wallets. Jesus effing Christ.
Yeah. Speaking of suspiciously rich furries, where can they go to pay you lots of money to draw their weird furry stuff?
You can, if you're a suspiciously rich furry with a lot of fucking money, because believe me, we gotta hash out that price for a while. You can find me at my Ko-fi in the link in the description below. And should you want a T-shirt or plaque or any other merch from me, you'll find the link down in the description below. If you want to go to the channel and watch me and Besic suffer through Halo ODST, crying, screaming, crying again, and then raging, you'd find the playlist linked in the description below as well.
Yes, if you have a spare 23 hours, you can watch us play through the Master Chief Collection, and you can count all the times when Trim dies suspiciously.
Yes, suspiciously. Yeah, let's go with that. Suspiciously. Totally not
Yes.
the fault of any, Australians with the problem aiming.
No, I had no problems with aiming.
No.
None at all.
Yeah, because there wasn't any accidental friendly fire. It was all intentional.
Well, there was a couple of accidental fires.
Maybe. Maybe.
But the best one was still when you dropped a mangy on you. When
Oh, it's just legend at this point, and I'm happy. I'm kind of happy that it happened. It was fun.
Mhm. If you want to see Trim drop a banshee on his own head, there should be a short down in the description.
Hell, or you can even clip it in right now. Cling. Just fucking, just clip in the part where it just lands on us. Lands on me.
Dunk. Yes, I was like, it missed him.
You're kidding me!
You know what, El? Turns out the banshee did fall on Trim.
If there's one thing I'm happy about in Halo, especially, is my piloting skill just increases by the game.
Yeah.
Oh boy. But yeah, and with that, I will consider, as I now have finished the black and white sketch of a geriatric Trim and Bezek screaming at a grunt playing saxophone at the stairs, I'll consider this closed. This has been Simply Sketchy, ODST edition, and looking forward to seeing you next week at the same time. Bye bye, everyone!
Bye bye.